Man, I'm just hitting my stride. Ooh, dirty kitchen in the background. Maybe I should be doing that. Afraid not. What's up, VC? How you doing? Making another video, because why not, man? Some people seem to enjoy it. Let me turn this down just a hair. Alright. It's enough where I can yap at you, and hopefully it's still in the background. Alright. First things first, what's the listen? Jimmy McGriff, Groove Grease. This is originally 1971. This is a Groove Merchant Records repress in 2008 on 180 gram. It plays super nice. The bottom is stated, boxed in right here. Let me read this message for you. This album is from my personal production collection. It was my pleasure to produce the original release sessions. It is now my pleasure to share them with you once again. Sonny Lester. Anyways, this is a funky good album. Jazzy funky, you know how I like to do it sometimes. Anyways, Groove Grease is the one everyone covets, but the song I cut in on, the second song, which is about to play right now, we're listening to the entry track, Groove Grease, The Bird, second track. I tell you what, if you know a guy named The Bird, he's either probably the coolest guy you ever met or the most scandalous. Don't trust him, or he's your friend forever. But, yeah, that's what we're listening to. Worth copping. Anyways, it's me. I got a, wine box full of records. So, let's shuffle through them. And, hopefully you enjoy my company. I know I enjoy your company watching a bunch of videos. I need to, just make a, shameless list of, plugs one day. And just, go over who I'm listening to, who I'm watching, all that jazz. But that's my thing too. I like to say all that jazz. I guess new to these videos, you get self-conscious and you say the same things over and over again. One second, I'm gonna turn it up for when this bass line just kicks in. Jeff Kempin? Yeah, you got that riff contest. I gotta get in on that. But this is a candidate, man. You just like, this is one of those things when you walk into a movie, like if you were a character and you're walking to like some seedy pool hall and it was all smoky and scandalous with insalubrious characters and nefarious types, you'd just be like, smoke clears, you're strutting, silk cravat, pressed hair, gold cufflinks and a tie bar. You'd just be like, yeah, I'm that guy showing up in the movie. Anyways. Oh, that's delicious. The rum is Lamb's Navy rum. One of the perks of being a chef is that sometimes you get gifts. And that's a probably once upon a time not a terribly expensive rum. But the novelty of it is that it's old as hell. It's pre-Surgeon General warning, but post-UPC. So I don't know if there's any nerds out there that could date that. But it's kind of just a cheap rum. It's kind of strong, not too sweet. So your boy's a chef. I made my own cherry syrup, because why wouldn't I? Extra heavy on the lime. It's very tropical. But this is my one drink for the night. I should be asleep. Myself and the other chef alternate lunches. So every single day I go into work second shift, and I'm very much of a man of routine. And then every 2 weeks, I have a day where we don't do Sunday brunch, we do Saturday lunch. And so I try to bring in all the wine crowd and all the shoppers. And so last week was my week, and this week the other chef got sick. Everyone's been getting sick. So short notice, found out I had a double extra workload on the busiest week of the year. So, I should be asleep. I'm very much in second shift mode. It's almost 2 a.m. Yeah, and looking at the clock on the old oven. And I gotta be up in about 6 hours. So, let me burn some energy, get some things off my mind. And that way, when I do fall asleep, I'll get quality sleep. And I think it's more important to get 6 hours or 5 hours of quality sleep than toss and turn for 7 or 8 hours. Personal opinion. we'll put it to the test. Either way, I'm gonna knock tomorrow out the box. Just make this shift mine, and then I'm gonna sleep good. But all right, yapping. Time to get to the music. Let me turn this down one more peg. But who doesn't love Led Zeppelin? I love Led Zeppelin. As much as I enjoy them, I still have some of my dad's old Led Zeppelin records. Fill in the blanks. I guess that'd be one band I wouldn't mind being a completist on. I'm not rushing for it, but if I find Led Zeppelin I don't have, and it's in decent condition at a good price, I buy it. I mean, it's freaking Led Zeppelin. Do I have to explain anything? That being said, I don't own any Robert Plant. Until now. Around the way, there's this little quiet used bookstore that is, it's a haven for all things nerd. They got Funko Pops and comic books, and it's a really used CD paradise. If you're a CD nut, there's this place called K's Used Books and DVDs and movies and such. It's ridiculous, the name. But they got a stash of records, and sometimes it's a swing and a miss, and sometimes it's a honey hole. So sometimes things are grossly overpriced, and sometimes you're like, why is it priced like that? So anyways, so you never know what you're going to get. And Robert Plant, once again, if you should know what this is, In the Mood. If that's not an earworm song, I don't know what is. It was in stupid good condition, and it's dirt cheap. Had to buy it. I don't eBay much. I try to avoid it, but there's just times you go to these places and you just there's some things you just don't find. You don't find and you don't find, and you got on your mind, and then you just gotta be the guy that that orders something. I ordered this on eBay. Ancient Greece, Women and Children First, a little psychedelic. I've spun it once. Seems to be decent enough quality. It's Sirena. Okay. That's the pressers. It's not terribly thick vinyl, but it plays good. I can't even see myself right now, so hopefully this gatefold's looking all right to you. Yeah, I like it, man. You know, I'm into the weirdness if you can't tell. Hey, it matches my hoodie. Shout out to Pops, R.I.P. My dad was a racer. Oh, yeah, Snowmobile Championships. Funny little sentence. I don't know if you guys know of a racer called Dick Trickle, but my dad used to race against him, and in one race, my dad beat Dick Trickle. And it's just fun to say, beat Dick Trickle. So, anyways, comfortable hoodie. I'm here in the house. Hair still wet, straight out the shower. Shutting it down for the night. Thus the groove grease. Nice chill music. As far as the quality of that goes, 180 is super nice, plays well, sounds great. The cut in on the very first song, there's about 5 rotations of unnecessary static, but that's about right when it kicks in, and the rest of the album's flawless. I just don't understand how they did everything right, and there's this weird unnecessary noise on a mint. That's clean. But all right, into the weirdness. If you had a list of bands, this might be if someone wants to start a thread, bands of what happened to them, you know, Kool and the Gang. Their old stuff's great, super funky. Summer Madness is one of my favorite songs ever. There's 2 or 3 renditions. One's kind of like a scat jazz with vocals, and the rest are instrumental. One has like this giant synth electric that just gets in your ear, and the other one's finished with horns. But when you get into the 80s, it's grossly overproduced. It's disgusting. And the slew of the records they just turned out in the 80s were completely designed to have 1 or 2 hits on them, and then just the rest is filler. Holiday, is that the Special Way? Stone Love Forever? I mean, what's the hits on these? These are so cheap. Look at the outfits. They even thought the outfits were so cool. They put the fabric as the border. They have some horrendous, great album covers. And if you don't have $2 or $3 for that to make your day, and especially, you know, when you flip through my record collection, and I don't believe in everything. My collection's not big enough to segregate by types of music yet. And I don't know if I would, because I kind of like people, when they flip through your records and you're socializing, they have a preconceived notion of what they want to find. And so if they're a metal guy or they're a jazz guy, they're going to flip through that section, they're just going to find something in that. You never know when someone's like just diehard metal and they flip through and they're like, you know what, guilty pleasure? Actually, I've always kind of really been, hey, don't tell anyone I like Johnny Cash. I like Johnny Cash too. You don't have to apologize. It's in my record collection. Play some Johnny Cash then, bro. It's all good. And also one thing I do that is controversial with Record Nuts, to also make people get out of their comfort zone, I do first name first. So if you're that guy, you're just like, you know, I want, and I love Neil Young, so there's nothing wrong with that. They just started the back of your collection, flipping to find Young. Hey man, you're gonna stumble to some yeah, you know. But you're gonna have to go to end to find Neil Young in my collection, and so that's just a weird idiosyncrasy I have. Probably gonna change when the record collection gets bigger and bigger. But anyways, Kool and the Gang, what happened to them, bands? That might also, in some people's opinion, encompass or include this band, Metallica. This is the Hardwired album. This isn't the super fancy box set. I thought about buying this album when it first came out because the reviews were good and I watched a couple of videos on YouTube and dug them. But this is just the standard gatefold. Didn't they get in trouble for like stealing this art from, was it Meshuggah? They didn't know, but art, they were getting doubled down on artist style. And yeah, it was a bad look for the band, but I kind of look at this as a rebound album. I went into a local record store and I was flipping through whatever the new entries or the new arrivals category. I love one. Who was I? Who was I chatting with? Might have been Billy Hurst, but we were just talking about how that should be mandatory to have a new arrival section. I think I used the analogy. It's like being the first person to a treasure hunt with a shovel. I just love when you're flipping and it's new. But they had Master Puppets. They did not have Master Puppets. That's what I wish they had. They had Ride the Lightning. Already have it. They had And Justice for All. Already have it. They had Reload. Didn't really care about. And then they had Madly in Anger with You. I'm madly in anger with you. I'm madly in anger with you. Same lyric. I'm madly in anger with you. And so I passed on saying anger. You know, I don't hate it. I'm just not trying to listen to it. But cool that it was there. And someone already played that. So I didn't have to pay full price. And I'm happy with the purchase. If you're not, whatever. I like Metallica. But, alright. Into a little bit of weirdness that I'm not going to apologize for this one, man. I'm having a lapse right now because I'm tired. Busiest week of the year. I can't help but reiterate that. Valentine's Day. Any chefs out there can relate to that? And then it's a Thursday. So everybody wants to come on Wednesday to avoid Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is still going to be slammed. Friday's Friday, and there's people that didn't want to go out for Valentine's Day. And so Friday's slammed. And then we have a lunch service. And everyone's getting together because they avoided their friends all week because it's Valentine's Day week. And then Saturday rolls around for people who thought they were crafty. And then Saturday's just as busy. So I'm looking forward to Monday. Which is, whoever says that, I'm looking forward to Monday. But I'm forgetting this gentleman's name. Orion? Are you serious right here? Sunrise? Look at this gentleman right here, man. This dude thinks he's going to fight crime on a horse. You know, who's robbing a bank, bro? But if you don't know about Orion, this is late Sun Records in the 80s. Still is a classic label I'll pull out. But this is, by the way, Bobby Brown owned this. I don't know if you could read that, so this has to be worth. They didn't see it at the record store. This is, I assume it's the Bobby Brown. So this is probably $100,000, $200,000. Honestly, best celebrity ever. I mean, wow. Okay, sidetrack. Sun Records, if you don't know about him, it's kind of like Elvis Presley, Conway Twitty, and Roy Orbison were amalgamated. I think that's the word. Just mixed in a blender and made into one artist. But I show it when it's neat. Not only is it the iconic Sun label, but it's also clear yellow? I don't know too much about this artist other than it's next time Grandpa visits, it's probably the type of music he wants to hear in the background, and I'm cool with it in the background. But to best of my knowledge, this is a 1979 press. and it's clear yellow vinyl. And says if you need to get a free catalog of country, sacred, and bluegrass albums. I don't know what sacred is. I listen to a lot of music. Can anyone give me an example of what sacred is? But yeah, it's a real thing. Lifetime warranty. If for any reason you're ever not satisfied with this record, for any reason ever, you could send it back and get a free copy. You think that's still possible? I doubt it. Woo! 15 minutes. Hopefully you're staying with me. I'll power through these. Like I say, I got a wine box full of records, and 20 minutes is my mark, but that's not going to happen. Carly Simon. Let me pull this out of here, man. This record store, by the way, has the best, that little bookstore has the best, thick, nice outer sleeves. But Carly Simon? All her music's so cheap. You could become a completist just collecting album covers, because this was like $4. Hey, look, it's my living room. That's how new and shiny and glossy and flawless this is. TV and nerd posters and such and what have you. But also a 1950s vintage coffee grinder with a stack of records on it. But yeah, silk satin sheets. Is that, I don't know, is that a buttocks? I don't know what that is. Anyways, don't care. No, because that's her face. Yeah, she's moaning in the sheets. Oh, it's probably a gentleman's buttocks. He's probably on his knees and elbows doing the business, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is sealed to the best of my knowledge. This is original sealed record. Cost me like $4. I'll actually spin it. All right, man. You guys are with me. I know it. You guys are with me. Thank you for everyone who's been watching this. Thank you for all the comments, meeting new friends. I'm going to Nashville in a couple months, and I got in this text conversation with a gentleman. I just saw his video for the first time, and we're in the comment stream. And hey, man, give me a shout out if you watch this video. I just subscribe to you. I want to get your name out there, and if someone reads the comment section, they see him, I'll give him a shout out in the future. But we're going back and forth at record stores to if when he goes to Greenville, and I plan on going to Charlotte in the near future, and I know there's Lunchbox, and he hit me with a couple other record stores, and then he told me places to go in Nashville, and I'm just like, man, that's what the vinyl community's about. I'm really enjoying this, making connections, having fun. But back to the music, because I know you're with me. I know he's a hell of a drummer. It's a compilation. It's so stupid good condition that I couldn't not buy it, and I'm just like, what's he about, man? I mean, I've listened to some of the stuff on YouTube, and it's kind of boring, and then I'll watch a video where he just puts on a drum showcase. So I'd like to think that it's a compilation. They had to throw together the goods. Maybe I never get onto like some huge Billy Cobham kick, but for $4 or $5 or whatever this was, I'll give it a shot. If anyone has an opinion out there, you know, they know more jazz-oriented music, give me a shout out, man. But this is another one of those records that kind of has that flat, smooth cover. You know, like I talked about that Aerosmith Draw the Line in the past. So these always have, you know, horrendous, atrocious ring wear. And this is just silly clean. And I'm curious what he's about. So for $4, I think it was literally $3, $4, $5. I'm not even, like $5 is the max I paid for that. So yeah, I had to give it a go. Why wouldn't I? So if you have an opinion, chime in. If not, hey, learn them on yourself. You know, you don't got to say anything. You know, but get out of your shell and talk to me. Anyways, I'll move this stool out the way because I'm going to flip the record. Like I say, Groove Grease, good album, but it's hardly a get lost in album as far as tenureship or longevity. It's a short, fun, you know, listen, but that's it. And I know the A side is a little bit funkier than the, you know, for jazz. But the B-side's still cool. But anyways, I'll be back. I'm not going to make this a two-parter. Do I make it a two-parter? Does anyone care? Do I end with Billy Cobham? Yes, I am. This is my bag. I said it before. So I'm at 20 minutes. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching. I'll see you in the near future. So, bow. God bless. See you soon.